If you're more of a visual learner, check us out on YouTube where we draw out details of the PMP exam. Find us at PM Notebooks and subscribe. The link is also in the details of this podcast. This is the PMP and the Snap. Sneak in a quick lesson into your busy schedule so you can pass that exam. Let's snap in. Welcome to another episode of PMP and the Snap, the podcast where Gantt charts, risk registers, and caffeinated chaos collide. I'm Kaye B, your guide to all things PMP, and today we're tackling a topic that is as legendary in the PMP world as coffee is to a Monday morning, the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. If the PMBOK guy was a Netflix series, these would be the main characters. Love them, hate them, or fear them, they're here to help you crush the PMP exam. So let's buckle up. Let's make sure this ride through the project management multi-universe is as fun as a successful stakeholder meeting. First, let's meet the Fab Five, the process groups. Think of them as the Avengers of project management. They each have a unique superpower, and together they save your project from chaos. First is initiating. This is where it all begins, the birth of your project baby. It's like swiping right on an idea and saying, yeah, I can commit to this. You'll get your key tasks, define your project, identify stakeholders, and get that precious project charter. No charter, no party. Next up is planning, where you go full-on architect mode. Here, you're not just winging it. You're drafting plans, schedules, budgets, and risk strategies like a boss. If initiating is saying, let's do this, planning is saying, well, here's how we're going to actually do this. Now we're taking action. So executing is like being the director of a movie set, turning scripts into reality. You're coordinating people, allocating resources, and delivering the goods. Think lights, camera, deliverables. Monitoring and controlling is a guardian angel of the project. This group is all about checking if your plans are still holding up. It's like stepping on a scale halfway through your diet, tracking progress, making adjustments, and ensuring that you're still on course. And finally, closing, because every good project deserves a happy ending. Type loose ends, get formal acceptance, and document lessons learned. It's your victory lap, so let's take a bow. Now that we met the process groups, let's introduce the 10 knowledge areas, because what's a party without the whole crew? These are your backstage passes to understanding how things happen within those groups. Let's start with integration management. This is the quarterback of your project. This area ensures everything plays nicely together, like a symphony conductor making sure the violin doesn't drown out the flute. Scope management is your project's to-do list. It defines what's included and what's not, because scope creep is a real monster and we don't need that drama. Schedule management. This is time and money, and time is money, my friends. The schedule management knowledge area ensures that your project doesn't turn into an endless sitcom. Plan it, track it, and stick it to the timeline. Speaking of money, the cost management knowledge area is about keeping your budget in check. Think of it as being your project's financial planner. No overspending on that shiny new tool that you really don't need. Nobody wants deliverables that scream, meh. Quality management is like the grandma who always checks if your work is up to par. If it's not good, it's not done. Resource management is about managing your squad and your stuff. Whether it's people, equipment, or a lucky coffee mug, use them wisely. Communication management is the glue that holds it all together. If you're not keeping everyone in the loop, expect confusion and possibly mutiny. Clear, consistent communication is key. Let's face it, stuff happens, and that's where risk management knowledge area comes in. It's about identifying potential risk and figuring out what to do when the unexpected hits. Plan B, check. Plan C, double check. Sometimes you need to call in reinforcements. Procurement management is all about managing contracts, vendors, and making sure that you're not getting overcharged for that IT software. And finally, the crowd favorite, your stakeholders. Stakeholder management is about keeping your stakeholders happy, informed, and engaged. Think of it as diplomacy, but with Gantt charts. Now, here's the fun part. The process groups and knowledge areas don't just sit around in separate rooms. Nope, they're constantly mingling like a big networking event. Every process group overlaps with knowledge areas, creating a web of interconnected activities. For example, planning overlaps with scope, schedule, cost, and risk, like peanut butter on toast. Executing overlaps with integration, communication, and resource management to make things happen. It's all designed to make your project as seamless as possible if you know how to use it. And there you have it, the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. Think of them as your project's dream team. Get to know them, understand how they work together, and you'll be ready to tackle the PMP exam like a pro. Remember, the PMP isn't just a test, it's proof that you master the art and science of project management. So grab your PMBOK guide, practice those questions, and we're here to help you along the way. Are you finding it hard to track what you need to focus on for the PMP? We got just the thing for you. Go to pmnotebooks.com and sign up to get a free PMP study planner. This planner is created to help you map out your attack on the exam so you can pass it on the first time. In addition, you'll get some bonus tips about the exam. The link is also in the podcast description.